Matt, how in the world are you?
I'm tired. It's not a fun day.
Not a fun day.
It's not gonna be a fun day tomorrow either. It's weird thinking about it being. Don't want to date this. Never mind. Tomorrow's not gonna be fun. Today wasn't fun because it's hot. The AC in our building isn't that great, and I'm outside most of the time. Well, not most of the time, but a lot of the time. And
He cut himself.
I cut myself on the razor sharp edge of life that I live on, and then this was just because of dumb reasons. And then we closed like 17, 18 minutes late. Just because I had to sweep and I basically swept 4 car bays, which was not fun.
Doesn't sound fun.
No, it wasn't. But it needed to be done. So I guess I don't have to do it tomorrow. Maybe, hopefully, no one gets it as dirty as it was. I'm really tired. I thought that like a large Kickstarter would be enough to bring me back.
No.
Maybe it's just taking a while. It's almost gone. But we'll see. How about you? How's your week been?
My week has been both busy and kind of fun. So, at work, this week, we had a team building exercise where we were brought to an escape room of all places. We didn't make it out in time, but it was still a lot of fun. It was a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be. And I think for the right price, it's a fun experience. I don't know how expensive this was, but something tells me that the prices are probably too high to do, on a regular basis. I could see you doing a birthday party at one, or I think someone said that they had done it for a bachelor party or during a bachelor party. So yeah, I could see that being a fun experience, and it's kind of like your experience will greatly depend on the people you're with, and that's kind of the key of having fun. Like when you just think about it, like, I'm in an escape room, I've got an hour to get out of here. Yeah, sounds like a blast, but it is actually fun if you're with people that you have fun with anyway. But throwing you and them into a problem-solving environment, it can be fun whether you get out in time or not. So, yeah, I would recommend anyone try it once, especially if you can do it for free. It's not a waste of time. It was probably the highlight of my week. And then tomorrow night, I will be doing a lock-in with middle schoolers at my church.
That'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. I'll be sleeping all day tomorrow in preparation. So what you playing?
Well, I played a few more hours of Pokemon Insurgents, and playing it through his I always make it to like, not always, but it seems to happen around then. I get to like around the third gym, and either before or after, it seems like I always get killed. And by that I mean all of my Pokemon faint, which sucks. But it makes me want to get past it even further. But it's so hard to do when the Pokemon you have all have one weakness, and you end up going against a very strong Pokemon of that type, and it can just destroy your team.
What is Pokemon
Insurgents?
Insurgents.
It's a fan-made game of like 5 or 6 people. Right now, they've only got 6 gyms made, and after you beat the 6 gyms, there's like a little bit of like some of the story after that you can get to, and once you beat that part, it tells you it's like you've like officially caught up to like where we've got right now. Like, check in to the website every now and again to see if we've gotten like 2.0 out, and basically it's just a really good fan-made Pokemon game. Like, none of the Pokemon are like original. It's all Pokemon from Gen 1 to Gen 6.
It's dangerous.
What?
Just knowing Nintendo.
Oh, they've been around for like 5 years.
It doesn't matter.
They haven't been caught yet, and they're still updated. I just downloaded an updated version of it, and I think they just added more Mega Evolutions, and I think a little bit more to the story. I did notice some differences this time, but yeah, you can. I think one of the best parts about it is that you can choose what kind of game you want to play. I always choose randomized Nuzlocke, just because it's fun not knowing what you'll get as a starter, and it's also fun just like you could be going through the grass and just training, and then like all of a sudden like bam, that's a dragon type Pokemon, and you're just like, I have to run away. I can't fight that thing because if you're under level 20, I think that might be a little high, maybe 15 or 16. If you're around there, a dragon type Pokemon will most likely kill you with one hit, just because I think almost every dragon type Pokemon starts off with Dragon Rage, and that's an automatic 40 HP no matter leveling or anything.
Defense, stats, nothing matters.
And there's a lot of things that aren't very effective to dragon, and I think there's only 3 types that are super effective to dragon. That's ice, fairy, and dragon itself. So the chances of you starting off with a dragon type Pokemon are very slim. Even if you do start off with one or not, well, I guess you could also start off with an ice or a fairy. And fairy would probably be like the best thing ever, because ice types can still get hit by dragons, and dragons are super effective to themselves, so it's basically a battle of speed at that point. But fairies are completely immune to them, so that's probably your safest bet. But like, I restarted and I'm already having trouble because I have a Girder, which is a Gen 5 fighting type Pokemon. It's basically like Gen 5 Machop. And I also have a Bulbasaur. And their weaknesses are just, they're both weak to Psychic and they're both weak to Flying. And I keep running into people with high level Flying Pokemon and high level Psychic Pokemon, and I have to just run away, or I have to just like I don't want to lose. So I just get irritated. I'm like, no, this is dumb. So I just restart the game. I'm like, because if all your Pokemon faint, you can keep playing that save file, but the Nuzlocke officially ends, and like your Pokemon can be revived at that point. But it's like, it says the Nuzlocke is over. You can still keep playing the game, but you're a loser. And it's like, your Pokemon. You can't say I'm a loser. I'm not Ash.
Mama always said life was like a randomized Nuzlocke. You never know what you're gonna get.
No. Which is part of the fun. I love just like, also, I don't think this is an official Nuzlocke rule, but some people have started doing this where you only get one encounter per route, and it's your first encounter. Some people who don't do the randomized part and just do Nuzlocke, they'll make it to where like if you have like the same Pokemon that you run it as you get as your first encounter, you can
skip it.
Yeah, you can be like, oh, okay, do over, which is nice because it doesn't keep track of that. And I have gotten duos. It's very rare, but it happens. Also, there's a much higher chance of you running into a shiny, because I think in the first time I played that game, I started just like getting trophy. I just made like a trophy room in the PC for shinies because I ended up finding like 8 shinies by the end of that game. Just because I wasn't looking for them and I wasn't shiny hunting. I just be like, I'm not going to use you, but I'm going to catch you. Just and then I'm going to put you in a little box.
And you'll never see the light again.
You'll never see the light. You're officially a trophy. You're no longer a creature at that point. You're just an object. But
Pokemon really is of the devil.
Yeah. I've thought about maybe like when or if I'm thinking about buying some things when I move, and I'm thinking about maybe possibly getting a better either laptop or maybe a PC. Thinking on if I do that, a few things that I'll do is I'll probably start doing either streams again, or I might learn editing and I might do like small videos to put on the channel of like certain games. Like maybe I'll just be like, hey, you want to laugh at me and watch me cry? Here's a League of Legends game. Or do a Pokemon Insurgents walkthrough because it's a really fun game. Also, they were the first ones to do Alolan variants in the form of Delta Pokemon.
Well,
just saying. Nintendo probably was like, oh, actually, that's a pretty good idea. Let's let them keep going. We'll just like take it.
Let's
and be like,
rip an idea.
We're the company, so we're gonna use it, but we're not gonna let them know about you.
Well, I kind of feel like you can't complain about someone who plagiarizes your work, which is itself a plagiarization
of their work. But
right.
I'm just saying, what they're doing is technically not okay, but they did it first. And some of their designs look pretty cool. Because they've got like a coughing as electric flying type. And instead of like the crossbones, there's you ever see like the Japanese god of like, I think it's the Japanese god of thunder or lightning. He's got like this weird like, it's like a comma with like a circle in the middle.
I don't think so.
Oh. Well, it's got like this really cool like fan symbol, or what looks like air on its like stomach instead of like a skull. It's really cool looking. And instead of like gas, it's got like clouds, and it's like a. They're really cool. It sounds like they would look dumb. They actually like. They put some time and work into it. It's just like, it's really cool. So yeah, doing that again.
I see.
Hopefully, I can beat it this time. As a Nuzlocke.
And not be a loser.
Yes. Probably going to be a loser, but it's okay. Also, I've been playing League of Legends. Shocker. I did pretty well yesterday. Me and my brother and some friends of ours, we played like 4 games, only lost 1. That made me feel... No, that's not true. We won 2, we lost 2. We won our first one, we lost our second and third game. No. Sorry. Won our first one, lost our second one. Won our third one, lost our fourth one. That was sad. But the ones that we did win we're good. And the first one we lost, we actually were okay with it because we went like 50 minutes and we actually put some pressure on them. And there's like their whole team they couldn't group fight us anymore just because we were dealing more damage. So they basically had to try and split push, which is basically like you've got like 3 of them would be like pushing mid lane while like one of them would be going up top and like getting minions to like go for the towers and try and do that. So like while we're being occupied by all of them, there's someone up here trying to take our base. Then we'd have to go back, then we'd have to kill them, then we'd have to go back to the mid lane because they're trying to take that. And then someone would go bot, so that we had to go bot. It's basically 20 minutes of that. And then we were just like, you know what? It's okay. We tried. They just like we couldn't split push at all, just without the champions that we were, but we could team fight. And as soon as they learned that, they were like, oh, but we can split push. So that's what they did. They were all pretty fast. They had high mobility and pretty decent CC, which stands for crowd control. For all you children.
He says that in the most loving way possible.
Yeah. So it was fun. It was a good night of League. I think they're actually playing right now. They asked me if I wanted to play. I was like, can't. I gotta be on YouTube.
I have more important things to do. My ultra successful channel.
Clearly, you don't know who you're talking to, Mr. Matthew Page of Level 1 Sword, the 147th subscribed channel subscriptions on the internet.
That's right, we're triple digits.
I don't mean to brag or anything, but we're coming on 150. We're pretty big right now.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I actually didn't play League a whole lot this week. It was only yesterday that I actually did stuff.
Hey, don't feel bad about shamelessly promoting us. I've been trying to get over that myself.
Don't feel bad for liking, commenting, subscribing to Level 1 Swords at youtube.com/Level1Sword. Please? Please?
Matt wants a new computer.
It'd be nice, but it's probably not going to come from YouTube money.
What YouTube money? YouTube does money?
Oh. It would actually matter if we got any money, but other than that, 50 cents a month or whatever. What have you been playing?
I have been playing Kingdom Hearts, Dream Drop Distance when I can. I am on the last world. I kind of get things now. So before, I think when I was talking about the story and how I didn't know if the sleeping worlds you were going to, if they were sleeping and therefore you were like kind of going into the dream of that world, or if you were going back in time. And it turns out that's kind of like a plot reveal that yes, you are going back in time. Ooh. Not that big of a reveal, but it was basically more like, hey, is this what's happening? And then the game was like, yeah, that's what's happening. Okay. At least it makes a little bit more sense now.
Doesn't it?
Just, hey, kind of confused is much better than totally confused.
What is Square... Why is it that Square Enix can never just be like, this is the thing? When you get to there, you'll know. Why is it like, so here's the start line.
No.
Finish wherever you want.
How it starts with is Tetsuya Nomura saying, see, what happened was, and you just know It's about to get super complicated.
See, Ansem told Ansem that he wanted to make another Ansem. So Ansem went to that Ansem and he was like, yo, Ansem, let's get another Ansem in this party. And then Ansem was like, I want to name it Xemnas.
But Ansem's not really Ansem.
No.
He's really Xehanort. But why is Xemnas Ansem with an X with the letters mixed together, even though he's technically Xehanort's nobody? But Xehanort already has an X in it, so that would be a double X name.
Why did they spell Leah?
Why is Lee still in his Organization 13 clothes, but literally no one else is?
Because they're cool. I honestly can't see Axel in anything else. And I'm sorry, it's like, no, his name is Lee. No, he's Axel. I refuse to call him Lee with it spelled like that.
Could have called him Ale.
Well, then they'd have to make him Scottish. That's not negotiable. You're gonna go by Ale and you're gonna be redhead.
He does have red hair.
Exactly. You have to. He has to have a drinking problem.
And that's why he's
Disney.
so angry. He hasn't had a drink in such a long time.
Exactly. Well, I guess Disney made Pirates of the Caribbean and they're all just a bunch of drunks.
Alcohol reference. E10 and up. Interesting week.